Our essential tour of Egypt, this active-paced trip includes the Great Pyramids, 3 or 4 nights on board a full-board Nile cruise, the ancient temples of Luxor, and stays in Cairo. Itinerary: walk in the footsteps of the pharaohs on a fascinating city and cruise experience in Egypt. Discover the secrets of the Great Pyramids in Cairo and unearth the history behind the iconic Valley of the Kings. Spend 3 or 4 nights under the stars on a full-board Nile River cruise and delight in the sights of Aswan, atmospheric Kom Ombo, eternal Edfu, and the magical temples of Luxor. First day, U.S. night on board. It's time to unearth the secrets of ancient Egypt and get to know the vibrant culture of Egypt's most emblematic cities. Arrive at your departure airport, ready to check in for a flight to Cairo. Night on board. Second day, Cairo. Touchdown in Cairo and transfer to the hotel. Once you've settled in, the remainder of the day is free at your leisure to get to know the sights and sounds of Cairo in the shadow of the Great Pyramids. Go shopping at the local souk or sample the national cuisine. Overnight stay in Cairo. Third day, Cairo. Breakfast at the hotel. Discover the Egyptian capital today with a guided tour of Cairo's most iconic sites. Start at the Giza Plateau, home to the legendary Great Pyramids, constructed over 4,500 years ago and recognized as one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Explore these architectural marvels and uncover their fascinating history as you walk in the footsteps of the pharaohs. Continue to the Great Sphinx and the Valley Temple to reveal more secrets of ancient Egypt. In the afternoon, visit the world-renowned Egyptian Museum, which houses the largest collection of jewels, relics, and statues from the golden age of the pharaohs. Afterwards, take a stroll through the vibrant Khan el-Khalili neighborhood, home to the city's largest and most famous bazaar. The rest of the day is yours to enjoy at leisure. We recommend ending the day with an optional evening tour of Cairo, complete with dinner. Overnight stay in Cairo. Optional Cairo by night. Take a scenic walk through some of Cairo's most beautiful spots, including Tahrir Square, Zamalek, Cairo Tower, and the Opera House, before heading to a traditional Egyptian restaurant for a delicious dinner. Finish the evening with a visit to the famous Mirror Cafe. Fifth day, Aswan Kom Ombo. Full board on board. Today, if you are an early riser, you have the chance to enjoy an optional excursion to Abu Simbel, home to many rock-carved temples. Afterwards, we recommend to take the chance to book an optional visit to the island of Philae, a river island in the Nile, where the ancient temple of the goddess Isis is located. Afterwards, navigate northwards towards Kom Ombo. Upon arrival, explore the twin temples of Herawaris and Sobek, and see the amazing Nilometer, used to measure the rising and falling levels of the Nile, an important life source in Egypt. Later, visit a unique crocodile mummy museum, home to a number of mummified crocodiles. Return to the ship and enjoy relaxing on board. Dinner and overnight on board. Optional excursion to Abu Simbel. Visit these amazing temples, carved on the western cliff of the desert by Ramses II in the X century BC. See the iconic 20-meter-high statues dedicated to the god Amun-Ra and the Temple of Nefertari dedicated to the goddess Hathor. Please note, if you take the optional excursion to Abu Simbel, you will depart from the ship at approximately 3 a.m. to make the most of the coolest and quietest part of the day. This way, you can fully experience Abu Simbel without the crowds and avoid sightseeing in high temperatures. Optional Island of Philae excursion. Discover the historic island of Philae in the reservoir of the old Aswan Dam. It is home to the ancient ruins of the Temple of Isis and offers a fascinating insight into life and beliefs in ancient Egypt. Sixth day, Edfu, Luxor. Breakfast on board. Continue your discovery of the ancient city of Thebes today as you head to the world-famous Valley of the Kings, where the tomb of Tutankhamun was discovered, revealing the riches of the ancient pharaohs. It is here that the most powerful and influential kings of ancient Egypt were buried. After exploring the site, continue to the Temple of Hatshepsut, an imposing terrace structure located below towering cliffs. Bid farewell to this world of ancient kings and queens as you cross the river into modern-day Luxor. Transfer to the hotel and enjoy the remainder of the afternoon at your leisure. We recommend an optional Karnak Temple sound and light show. Overnight stay in Luxor. Please note, the excursion to the Valley of the Kings includes visits to 3 tombs. Entrance to the tomb of Tutankhamun is not included, but if you are interested in visiting, you can buy a ticket to see this tomb at the site during your visit. Optional Karnak Temple sound and light show. Visit the largest open-air museum in Egypt, the Karnak Temple in Luxor. Discover the secrets behind the temple's ancient name, Thebes, and explore its significant monuments. As you wander through the ruins of this once great complex, you will be guided by the voices of the pharaohs who built this site to honor their god Amun. Watch as the temples and statues come to life with the clever use of special effects. Relive the times of the ancient pharaohs with their customs and rituals as they recount the dramatic history of ancient Thebes. Breakfast at the hotel. Set off early in the morning to visit the Karnak Temple complex, home to a vast array of decayed temples, chapels, pylons, and other ancient buildings. Explore the ruins as you soak up the unique atmosphere and let your imagination run wild as you learn about life in ancient Egypt. At the indicated time, transfer to the airport for a flight back to Cairo. Arrive and transfer to the hotel. The remainder of the day is free at your leisure. We recommend an optional excursion to the Saladin Citadel. If you wish to dive even deeper into the fascinating Egyptian culture, don't miss our optional visit to the spectacular new Grand Egyptian Museum, an unforgettable experience that will connect you with the treasures of an ancient civilization. Optional excursion to Saladin Citadel. Visit the Alabaster Mosque and medieval fortification of Saladin Citadel, perched atop a hill in central Cairo and dating back to the 12th century. Learn about the importance of the site to Egypt's Islamic heritage before walking through the Coptic neighborhood home to various churches. Optional visit to the Grand Egyptian Museum. Discover the Grand Egyptian Museum in Cairo, which houses over 50,000 artifacts spanning 7,000 years of history. With breathtaking views of the pyramids, it features highlights such as the hanging obelisk and the impressive Grand Gallery. Please note, these activities overlap. If you book the activity packages or the Saladin Citadel visit, you won't be able to book the new Grand Egyptian Museum. In the same way, if you book the new Grand Egyptian Museum, you won't be able to book the activity packages or the Saladin Citadel visit. Breakfast at the hotel. At the indicated time, transfer to the airport for a flight back to the U.S. Arrive in the U.S. and end your extraordinary trip. This amazing Egypt trip is brought to you by Exotica and includes round-trip airfare from major cities. For more information, contact your Exotica travel advisor, Nicole Strandberg, at 562-338-9380, text or WhatsApp.